Good afternoon, or not afternoon, but good midday, or afternoon, yes, midday, afternoon, same thing. Good midday, everybody. Welcome back to Portland Operations. I apologize I haven't been uploading any videos in the recent days, but we're back here at Portland, and we have two special surprises. One, we're back with KLM, and the other one will be with Condor, which will be doing their summer seasonal flights to Portland. But first, we have a Delta 737-800 from Atlanta. It's also a very windy day here at Portland, but it's also a very sunny day too, so that checks out for both. Next we have a United A321neo going to Denver, and behind it is the Delta ERJ-175 going to Seattle. Before our next aircraft arrives, let's get to aircraft at our gates. First, at our private jet terminals, we don't really have anything else besides private jets there. We had a Gulfstream come here earlier today, and then it departed right when I got here. So, next is the Southwest 737 MAX 9. After that is a United 737-900ER. Then comes the Delta A321 from Minneapolis, which has been holding short in that position for at least 20 minutes right now. Then continuing on, behind the United is the Delta A321 to John F. Kennedy International Airport, or to New York. Then we got the United and ERJ. Then we got A319s for Delta. And before we continue on, we'll get to our next aircraft. It's special one, a United Continental, or United Retro livery. I didn't see that coming, so. Before the United A321 departs to Denver, continuing on, we got their KLM flight 615. Right behind it, as you can tell from the tail, is our Icelandair A321neo. We got a United Express ERJ-175, a Alaska 737 MAX 8, a American Airlines A321. At the Horizon Maintenance Center, we don't really see anything else inside. Mary flights we got are just usual GE90s or GF90s. I do apologize if I pronounce that aircraft type wrong. Continuing on to cargo terminals, we have a UPS 757-300, a UPS 757-200 freighter, a FedEx ATR-72, and everything else. Continuing on, next we got the A321neo to Denver. Let me finish off the rest of the cargo terminals. We see a FedEx 767 from the tail there. Nothing really else from the cargo terminals we see. And then the Alaska 737 MAX 9 or MAX 8 that had the door fly off. Here goes the Delta ERJ-175 to Seattle. couple aircraft coming. An Alaska Horizon ERJ-175. Right now we have our Continental United with the retro livery. Also, another event happening today is the first, I think it's the first game of the World Cup we held today in Mexico City. I'm not really a soccer fan, I'm more a football fan, but it's still exciting. That means we'll be down in Seattle when we head for Aviation Expo. We'll be having a lot of more new airlines and aircrafts. I hope that'll be coming, and a lot of soccer teams. As of right now, we have a Delta 737-900 that's pushed back. Next, we have an Alaska Horizon ERJ-175. Now from there onwards, we don't really have anything else going on. So for now, you guys can just sit back and enjoy this view that I have for you guys. Here we have a private jet that's coming in. This one will be coming in from Redmond. And then after that, then we got an Alaska 737-800 to what it appears. Due to heat waves, I can't really tell as great. It is an Alaska 737-800. here we have our American 737-800. They'll be going to Chicago O'Hare, not Midway. Doing. They're a bit behind schedule right now. Time here at Portland is around 1:10 in the afternoon. Current time here at Portland International Airport is 1:13. KLM is about 7 minutes behind schedule. Condor is just about starting to prepare for their arrival. Here we have a United and a 737-900. Condor will be coming in the Green Island livery, which is the green striped one. And right next to that private jet, which there you guys go, if you can see on the bottom right corner of this video, there's an Alaska 737 MAX 9, which will be departing also to Chicago O'Hare International Airport. 2 and with Condor. Welcome back everyone for part 2. Here we'll be having Condor just come in a second. Here is our private jet that's been waiting for departure, just did an immediate departure. Condor will be landing on auto runway today. So that's amazing because we'll get a very close up. Condor is just on final approach right now. The Alaska is going to depart first, and then Condor will be arriving next. There goes the Alaska, and here we're going to get Condor. If I can get on the screen, there it is. Condor, an A330-900, or an A330neo, coming in from Frankfurt, Germany. With Condor, more information on Condor, they do seasonal flights during the summer, and maybe, if needed, then in the winter too. But it's currently spring/summer time, so Condor will be doing their seasonal flights right now. And here it is, Condor from Germany, Frankfurt, Germany. We'll wait for Condor to come back. In the meantime, we don't really have any other aircraft incoming. So sit back and enjoy the view. And as of right now, we've watched Condor land. Now we just gotta wait for KLM to push back and depart. Aircraft that's coming in, KLM, let's check on them. I don't really see any differences that has currently occurred. The jet bridge is still attached to the aircraft. We're still getting cargo in what appears. We'll get back to KLM in just a second or two, but here we have a Southwest 737 MAX 9. flight radar sign on the side. There's Condor, slowly making his way over. And next we have an A319 for Delta that will be reporting to LAX. We have another Alaska ERJ-175. This one is coming from Tucson in the Horizon Retro livery. We have another Alaska Horizon ERJ-175. This time it's coming from some place called Calisapilla. I very much apologize if I mispronounced that. But airport code is, if I can just pull up the radar again. Airport code is FCA. Currently have quite an arrivals list right now. We have a lot of Alaskas on final approach, along with a WestJet -AQ400. The WestJet is coming in from Calgary, Canada. We'll get back to the Condor in just a second. Slide KLM is preparing for pushback. The generators are off. Cargo is supposed to be all loaded in. But at Portland, it is a rare coincidence to see two very large aircraft, both passenger and international, since the pandemic, to be here both at Portland. Here's our Delta A319 that will be departing to LAX. Or if you guys don't understand LAX, that'll be Los Angeles International Airport, or to Los Angeles. Delta will be doing an immediate takeoff. There it is, Condor and KLM, both at the same airport. I don't know. I don't even know what she is. We're probably gonna stay till like 2. Been waiting for about 40, at least 40 minutes for just KLM to push back. They're about an hour behind schedule, which is insane. We just I just caught on my YouTube shorts. You can watch my YouTube shorts, but there was a Walrus that just landed here at Portland from Guadalajara. The same airport where the cartel attack happened. Very much thankful for people who are safe there, and hopes that the event that never happens again. So this is a new record breaking for at least what I've seen. We have 4 international flights. We have one for Walrus, we have one for Iceland, we have another one for Condor, another one for KLM, and pretty soon we'll be having more Walruses coming soon, but we're not going to be here to watch those. Here goes our Southwest. This one's going to San Diego. There goes the Southwest. Here is the KLM that is about an hour behind schedule. We have an Alaska Horizon ERJ-175 and another Alaska Horizon ERJ-175. And then right here we have an American A321. This one is going to Dallas. And the Alaska Horizon ERJ-175 here will be going to Payne, which Payne is the Boeing Everett field. On our runway here we have a PC-12 that's departing. And apparently our WestJet is not parked at the international terminals for the small B-class aircraft. It's parked there at the United Southwest terminals for some reason. There's our Walrus that just landed from Guadalajara. And because we've been waiting for about 40 to 50 minutes just waiting for KLM to depart, after KLM departs we'll be ending the video there. I would continue on to wait for WestJet that will be heading to Boston. WestJet is an A321. Just a normal A321, not a Neo. I would be waiting for WestJet to depart, but because I've been waiting for 50 minutes just for KLM to push back, unfortunately I can't do so. In the meantime, just you guys can sit back and relax and watch KLM. I'll keep you guys updated for weather in just a little bit. move now. KLM is probably going to be departing off the other runway. So runway 10, I'm pretty sure it's 10 left in 28 right. We'll get off of KLM for just a second, and there's Walrus. Or Volaris. There's our Condor that arrived from Frankfurt, Germany. And if you can tell by the tail behind it, there is our Icelandair A321neo. KLM is most likely going to do an immediate departure, and it's going to get priority for departure because they're about an hour behind schedule. We have had no cargo flights come during this time, so, or within the 50 minutes I've been waiting. There's our American A321 going to Dallas. I didn't even notice that before. Apparently we have an Embrear flight that's just hanging right there. It's probably one of the firefighter testing for one of the training grounds for the fire trucks here at Portland. But I didn't even notice that before. There we have an ERJ-175. That one's going to be going to Payne, which is the Boeing Everett field. And there goes our KLM, which will disappear behind the trees, and we'll get back on it when a pod comes back out. There's Walrus slowly inching its way down the taxiway. Walrus. And in the meantime, we'll just wait for KLM. Before KLM departs, we're going to be having an Alaska 737, say it was a 900. Hope it's not wrong this time. Yes, it is a 900. 737-900 ER coming from San Diego. The Walrus will be heading off to its own terminal. And before we end the video here, I just want to say at Portland Operations. It's very big to me that you guys show your support and watch my videos. Highly recommend go checking out my YouTube shorts and my posts I send out. And as of always, please subscribe. It helps me a lot. It helps for our aviation community around here in Portland. Bring some name towards Portland International Airport, which what most people say is probably one of America's only most beautiful airports that has ever been created. As always, thank you for joining Portland Operations. And after KLM departs, I will see you next time. Thank you for joining Portland Operations, and I will see you next time here at Portland.